Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. We fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep
On this episode of Cigars and Sea Stories, Bennett and Mike are sitting down to talk about, well, we'll probably talk about sandbags, but real quick housekeeping stuff. Folks, if you don't already follow us on Instagram, at Cigars and Sea, check it out. And when you go to Instagram, again, it's at Cigars and Sea, you're going to see some of our supporters who are falling in love quick with a 5-paragraph business plan. And we're doing something that's sort of showing support through photos. So if you are so inclined and you are a 5-paragraph business plan reader and supporter, and you would like to snap a quick photo, Kilroy style, peeking over the brim of your 5-paragraph business plan book, which is available now on Amazon, go ahead and do so. We will make sure that goes up on our Instagram account. So if you're not familiar with 5-paragraph business plan, check out hashtag 5paragraph. That's 5 like the number paragraph at Cigars and Sea on Instagram, and of course on 5paragraph.com. So that is a product of Cigars and Sea Stories. Couple of veterans who are just trying to add value to the world. It's really no big deal. So circling back over, sandbags, which I really hope that I never have to fill another sandbag so long as I live. But in showing our support for the folks who are going through the hurricanes, both Harvey and Irma, and we know that you guys are listeners and everything else, and it's just we're on opposite ends of the country, and this sucks. Consider us an adjacent unit. The folks over with Irma flowing all the way up Florida. I mean, Jesus, that's raging right now. So we've seen some of these different things, and we wanted to highlight a couple of different folks that are out there. I know that the grunt style folks are out there. John Fannon's out there. And we've been seeing these posts that are going on up in Twitter and on social media and all of these other different places. And it made me think, I really don't ever want to fill sandbags ever again. But if I have to, I will. Especially if that means building a levee or something like that. But man, we used to have to fill like three to 5 sandbags before you went into the chow hall. Did you ever do that?
I remember doing something like that. Some sort of. I'm trying to think if it was like like they needed sandbags, and so yeah, like your admission to the chow hall was like, fill 3 sandbags.
Yes.
Some kind of shit like that.
Yep. And then he heave-hoed them, I don't know, somewhere. Camp Ramadi, that was like constant, always. You had to fill 3 sandbags in order to go into the chow hall. And then we started doing it on Hurricane Point occasionally. But Blue Diamond, fuck no, those people were lazy. That's why it was good going over to Blue Diamond. Didn't need to fill sandbags, walk in there and experience their steak and lobster dinner.
I do remember us using a sandbagging machine.
In the Army.
In the Army.
You knew it.
It was fucking great. It was fantastic. It was so much better.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God.
Because otherwise, what's the alternative? Like, you were happy as fuck in the Corps when you got a shovel, not a fucking e-tool.
We had...
you get done shoveling sandbags in the Corps, your fucking back is smoked.
Oh, done.
Because you're bent over the whole time.
I had a sandbag making machine. I just called them boot.
Yeah, exactly. Motherfucking cherries.
Oh, dear God. A sandbag making machine.
Let's get those new cash sales smelling fucking BDUs or camis out there in that sand. Let's get that shit. Shit.
It's not even bleached yet. I like them.
The funniest thing was when I called calling them camis in the Army, and people lost their fucking mind.
Oh, really?
Oh my God.
Why? What do they call them?
BDUs.
BDUs. Or the
BDUs.
ACUs. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Like
Fuck that ACU thing. It's the ugliest uniform the military ever had.
Right? They're just candies.
It's, you know what though? It's not. It's there's a close second that was the white with the green uniform with the white T-shirt. Fuck out of here with that.
Oh,
I was always like, what the fuck?
That was some nom shit right there.
Yeah, it was horrible. Like, whoever thought that shit was a good idea?
We had sandbags from Nam. I swear to God. It was old. It was like an old Dodic of sandbags that they had from Nam, and it was cotton string going around a burlap sandbag. And I'm like, dude, I swear to fucking God, these things were.
Well, I remember
case on.
using the burlap. The burlap. I always thought. I mean, they leaked a little bit more and stuff than those plastic ones or whatever the fuck they ended up going with. You know, the polyester, whatever the fuck they were.
It's like that plastic ribbon stuff.
Yeah,
woven together. Yeah.
Yeah, weird. It's fucked. Fuck that shit.
It's brilliant.
The burlap was badass.
We need to make a better sandbag.
You could like form and they would like stick together, you know? They would like hold, like the fibers of the burlap would like weave themselves together.
It was better for building with.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I remember, so we built in Egypt, we built a like fighting, like a pillbox, basically, right? And then slapped concrete over it.
Yeah.
And then like troweled that shit on. And then I remember putting chicken wire, because we were doing improvements. I remember putting chicken wire inside like on the windows, like the outside of the windows, and then like cementing them in so people couldn't throw grenades in.
Right.
Jesus, bro, that was a long time ago.
Right? Stringing fence across your windows.
That was 2001. That was 2001.
Yeah.
For us. For me. Before pre-9/11. Well, maybe it was post 9/11. Post 9/11, because that's why we were doing the improvements.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, see, that's...
Yeah, man, we had like a mud hut freaking perimeter fence, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It was like a pretty badass little setup we had. Yeah, it's kind of a badass setup, but either way.
See, that's the thing with sandbags. If you have a shit ton of sandbags, you can build a lot of cool stuff with it.
Fuck yeah.
You know, because they settle down in there, and then they might as well be as hard as concrete. You know?
Oh, yeah. So, shit, yeah.
Because we
had the sandbags, and we put concrete on the outside of it. So.
Oh. Yeah, see, we never had any concrete. We always just had... Well, there were two different ways that we would wind up doing sandbags. Of course, you got in trouble, you did sandbags. Or you did sandbags on a working party. And we've already mentioned going to the chow hall. And just, that's everybody. But what would happen during sandstorms is sand would accumulate on the roof of ECP North in Ramadi. And you had to take the sand off of there. It just needed to happen because it was an unfinished, unapproved structure that could just cave in on us. So, you know, we're like, what the fuck are we going to do with all of this sand? And so we would go up there on working parties and fill sandbags on the roof of ECP North. Now, we would typically do it in the middle of the night because, you know, there was a lot of sniper fire and stuff. So it was not the wisest decision, but you needed to get sand off the roof. And probably the best way to go about doing that is to put it in bags and go through the building rather than stand up and shovel it off the roof. So that's what we did. We filled sandbags on the roof in the middle of the night. And every once in a while they'd take, you know, some crack shots at us. And we'd be like, okay, nope, we're getting off the roof now. This is fucking stupid. I'm not dying for sandbags. But I remember literally, it was like, we have to do this. Otherwise, the structure is going to collapse in this one given area. Which is pretty nuts, man, that a sandstorm can dump that much sand on your roof, essentially overnight. So, ugh. Or that much water in your city, essentially overnight. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I feel terrible. All right, great, but I feel even worse that it's like I'm stuck over here. I get a lot of people are feeling the same thing. Our heart goes out to you folks.
Yeah, and I even contemplated. I talked about it with my wife, just like going, to help out. But then, it just didn't work out. My job basically doesn't allow for it, and all kinds of other shit. And it's like, shit. Do you want me? I don't know what to tell you. Do you want me to go down and like help another VA that's down there, or what? I don't. Either way,
I could go
like
down.
junior night. That was kind of cool. I saw Junior had said "fuck it" and packed up. He got in his car and took a big load of shit to Texas.
Good job, brother.
Which is cool. And then some other guys that I know too.
Junior's down there probably telling people how they can stack sandbags.
Right.
He's like,
right. Oh shit.
Right.
But yeah, so
the
good
guys
stuff.
are out
I mean,
there.
that's a trek from Colorado to Texas.
Yeah, it is.
So.
Well, and that's the other thing too is we've got folks who are down in Florida who are going through a hurricane right now.
Yeah, I have family. My family's right in the thick of it in Tampa right now. Well, it gets past them now, but
right. Well, that's
not
where
very far.
My family is too. They're hunkered down together over there. Pretty nuts, man.
Who's down there?
My aunt and uncle. Well, my aunt, my cousins.
Gotcha.
On my dad's side.
I remember that now. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, my wife's uncle.
Mm-hmm.
My wife's uncle, and then we have family friends that are down there too. And I don't know what their thoughts were. They went down. They like got their house ready. Yeah. I guess you could say. And then they have that's like their winter house. It's right outside. Yeah. It's right outside Clearwater, and then they live in Maryland. So I was like, "Well, get on a plane and fly back to Maryland," but they didn't.
Really?
I was like, "Yeah, it's just bizarre." I was like, "Why the fuck would they do that?"
Right.
And nobody could give me a good answer. So I haven't talked to them, but I will, and I'll be like, "Why the fuck did you stay in?" And they didn't stay at their house. They went to a hotel or whatever. But what the fuck?
Yeah,
get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there.
Well, and any time that I see like a huge storm or anything like that brewing off the coast, I always think about old-timey America. Like, oh, I do say, sir, here in the deep south where we deal with the hurricanes. What the hell were they doing back in the day? Just all of a sudden,
they didn't know all of a sudden
storm that was coming.
All of a sudden, shit, fucking. All of a sudden, shit went down. Like there was no early warning. There was no radar watching shit. All of a sudden, their shit's fucking breaking.
It's like a kid running from the beach. Like some shit's coming.
Yeah, basically. You have like a lookout at the fucking lighthouse or something.
Right.
I don't fucking know. So, that's a good question. But then I have another friend who is still active duty Army, who is, he's actually an instructor. You're going to laugh your ass off. He's a great dude. Infantry guy, but he became an EO guy, right?
Well, of course he did.
One of the best jobs in the military, let's be honest. So he became an EO guy, and now he teaches at the DoD EO school, which is at an Air Force base in Florida.
For those of you who aren't tracking, EO means equal opportunity.
Yes.
Which is, it's like racism awareness.
Yeah, it's like awesome. It's basically, teaching classes and shit all day.
To people who don't
It's
care.
fantastic. It's fantastic.
Oh man.
So he does that. He's still active duty, and him and his family fled to like South Carolina. A 6-hour drive took him around 12, I think. Just because, Florida for a while was like a parking lot, basically.
Right.
Or I-95 and I-75 are like parking lots. And then...
Dude.
So here's the other thing with that, though, and you and I haven't talked about this, and we'll talk more about it offline. But our stuff with 5-paragraph business plan,
Yes.
like our advisory type work.
Yep.
Some good guys to bring in on that type of work. Just saying.
Yeah.
To expand our thing is some military qualified equal opportunity folks.
Oh.
Think about it, right?
You like how that just gets slid right in there, just boom in the middle. Like, hey,
Shameless
5paragraph.com. Boom.
Shameless product placement.
Gotta love it.
It's like watching The Biggest Loser.
Yeah.
Right? You ever see that show?
Yes.
All right. So then they have like the Genio ground turkey. Well, use your Genio ground turkey and make. And this is how you lose weight. Well, if you want to do better shit with your business, grab the fucking 5-paragraph business plan.
Boom.
Shameless product placement. That's all. But I wasn't actually going for that. But I was just giving you a heads up. We'll talk about it more offline.
Hey, man, no big whoop. Every once in a while, when I see a sandbag levee from afar, I think to myself, if I was caught out there in my VW Passat right now, I would probably be hanging out the top of the old moonroof, trying to pitch some recovery stuff over to another vehicle, riding that bitch like a chariot.
Right. Surfing.
I'm probably not. I'll be sitting my butt cheeks on the roof of the seat, just kind of dangling my legs through the sunroof, I'd be up on the roof there. Rahan! I'd be doing something like that. Probably be screaming or something. People would be looking at me like I was Teen Wolf. You know what I'm talking about.
I think you look more like Keanu Reeves in Point Break. Homo.
That's awesome. And then he shoots the right in the air. Right.
Yeah, right.
Brody! Oh, who's on our website? What was that? Was that you?
No.
Oh, maybe I could hear it through my ear holes. I don't know if America could, but somebody was perusing Cigars and Sea Stories. That's what that means right there. That thingy. All right, no problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. I swear to God, dude. My heart goes out to all the folks that are down there, as far as in Florida and in Texas, and maybe the levees worked, maybe the levees didn't work, but I'm just saying right now, when I was seeing people tossing sandbag arm to arm, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
God bless them. I don't know if that chain could be one man longer, but
we had a hell of a
sandbags.
We had some serious fucking sandbagging going on in upstate New York this year too.
Sandbagging, son of a bitch.
Because the Lake Ontario was basically at the highest level it had been in like 30 years. Like sandbagging off their houses and stuff because people's shit was getting fucked up from all the rain that we got this year.
Oh, really?
And it made the lakes rise like 3 feet or some asinine thing like that. It was stupid. Like people's houses were washing away.
No shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for people that don't know and have never been to a Great Lake, when it gets stormy, that's just like a fucking ocean. Right. I mean, it's just, but it's fresh water. And imagine like your house, like all of a sudden the water's risen 3 feet. You have a house that's on the water. Next thing you know, the land underneath your house is giving way because the freaking waves are smashing against it.
Right, yeah.
It's fucked.
Dear God,
so,
dude.
That shit was crazy.
Ugh. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, we have flooding. Where I grew up in Michigan, we had some flooding and stuff like that. And I've definitely dealt with some floods. I dealt with 2 of them in 1 year. And it sucks, dude. It just sucks seeing all of your shit underwater. And, yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So and up here is huge tourist stuff in the summer, where a lot of people have what they call camps, up
Right.
here. And a lot of those camps are gone now, number one. And then number two, you have the St. Lawrence River, the Thousand Islands region that saw probably half of the visitors because the water was so freaking high. And boat traffic was, frankly, it was dangerous because there's shoals and stuff all over the place. But because of the water level now, they couldn't mark a lot of that stuff because they frankly didn't know where it was. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Kind of, unless you were an experienced boater up there,
Right.
you kind of just didn't play this year. So
Oh, Jesus.
kind of unfortunate. We'll get through it. Everybody gets through that shit, just like the hurricane folks. They'll get through it too.
Right.
And it sucks. Trust me. Been through a hurricane or two down when I lived in North Carolina. Remember we had 3 in 1 year.
Yeah.
And all 3 of them hit Wilmington. Or the
Really?
2 big ones that hit Wilmington that year were Bertha, which literally the eye came right over.
Yeah.
And then the other one was Fran, I think, that hit that year too. Bertha was like a category 2, but Fran was at least a category 3, and made landfall right next to Wilmington and tore some shit up. Yeah, man, that kind of sucked.
And there's
living through
Bennett.
that.
There's Bennett out back on a sandbag chair, a sandbag recliner, smoking a
Sandbag
cigar.
recliner sitting outside his fucking trailer. Sitting outside my trailer.
Got his boonie cover on.
Right.
Pants
swimming
optional.
in that shit. Swimming in that shit.
Oh my God, dude.
No, the water came like right up to the bottom of like our door. It was bad.
Yeah, see, I'm just chilling up here.
Right.
I'm hoping it doesn't smack us or anything like that. And I say it that way because it's like we're kind of, we're doing the thing. We're hunkered down. I'm definitely not filling sandbags, thank God. I live on a hill so that I don't have to fill sandbags. I'm not even fucking with you. I thought about that. I was like, how many sandbags would I have to fill if I lived here? Fucking none? Fantastic. Fantastic. Sign me up. Why do you pay a mortgage so that I don't have to fill sandbags? How about that? You need some motivation? Oh, dear God. Dude, I'm telling you, I just keep flashing through, and there's all of these images of people at night with headlamps, and they're wearing waders, and they're stacking sandbags out there, and they've got levees going and everything, and I'm just like, fuck no. Oh, God, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's awful.
And then I think about filling sandbags. Like, for instance, a certain associate of mine one time cleared out our platoon sergeant using a red lens flashlight. Do you know what per Marine Corps order is when you clear somebody out? White lens. Okay, it's white lens. This guy was an asshole. He's a little bit, not so much an asshole. He's a little bit more anal retentive, let's just say. And so, and so one of the vehicle commanders checks his chamber with a red lens flashlight, and he looks at him like, the fuck? So then he's like, oh, damn. So then he switches over to a white lens and then checks it. He's like, good. So then he walks up to the other vehicle commander who uses a blue lens flashlight. I'm like, fuck. Right? Kind of a deal. Right. Yeah, so, hey, I will say this on the record. Fuck you guys, because I was using a white lens flashlight and still got fucking sandbags. And our section leader, who was an asshole, in the same rank as us, decided he would not be filling sandbags, even though he was the vehicle commander.
Oh, really?
Yep. It was one of those. The section leader privilege. These guys were the same rank as us, and they were basically our platoon sergeant's bitch. I mean, like, you could turn the pocket of our platoon sergeant inside out, and these guys were hanging on for a ride. It was bad, man. And neither one of them saw a sergeant. They were 4 and out. I mean, they dare not re-enlist. Yeah, fuck them. So it was one of those where the vehicle commanders needed to go and fill like 1,500 sandbags each. Kind of a thing. It was just some astronomically fucking stupid number. And it wound up being just the 3 of us, even though there's 4 vehicles in that section. We were filling sandbags out there. It was one of those. And of course, we did whatever we could to just fuck with our section leader for the remainder of the deployment. I mean, if it would get him relieved, I would do it. I would just fuck with him. Because it was Ramadi in 07 and nothing was happening.
Right.
It was like the most boring, puckered up place on earth. It fucking sucked and it was stupid. It was the shittiest deployment ever. Which is one of the reasons why I re-enlisted. Because I was like, well, there's got to be better deployments than this fucking piece of shit. Like, why the hell did they send us back here? It was the dumbest thing in the world to send 3-7 back to Ramadi on the second tour. That was just stupid.
It was kind of ridiculous. When you told me originally, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Oh, yeah. And that battalion could have been used in a hell of a lot better ways, but instead, supposedly, we were quote-unquote securing Ramadi.
I'm just saying, trigger anyone?
Oh.
Triggering anyone, maybe?
Oh, man. Yeah, dude, just walking around, just fucking waiting for shit to happen.
It's fucked up. It's just fucked up.
Well, and I bring it up specifically because for this episode, we demilled a shit ton of structures, and the Army wanted those sandbags. So they would drive PLSs all the way over from fucking Cop 5 or whatever, like damn near Fallujah. They would drive their PLSs over.
Jesus Christ.
And we would fucking load them up. We had somebody south of Baghdad who drove PLSs all the way over just so that they could have our sandbags. I'm like, y'all are fucking lazy. You're fucking lazy. If you're putting lives at risk so that you can come over here and take our sandbags, what are you doing? Why would you drive a flatbed pickup truck all the way across the fucking desert so that you could have bagged sand?
Yeah.
Do you understand the ludicrous nature of your actions? Yeah, man. Some stupid ass shit happened in 07. It was just like, this is fucking retarded. And it was, it's no fault of the battalion or anything else like that. Senior leadership officers thinking that oh yeah, this would be a great idea. Let's fucking do that.
Right.
That would be a great idea. Yeah, we are going to relieve
not
you.
Harder.
Well, and at that moment, you gotta, those are just individual, single actions. It's not, oh, my whole battalion's all fucked up because that guy decided to do it. No. It's just some dumbass decided to put a couple of soldiers' lives at risk so that they could drive flatbed trucks through an IED-infested desert full of people who wanted to kill them so that they could pick up bags of sand. Bear in mind that they're driving past dunes of sand the entire fucking time. It's the most asinine scenario I have ever seen. I'm just like, wow, you guys have zero value for those soldiers whatsoever. Like, what rank? Okay, we got a private. That guy's PFC. Yep, makes sense. All right. You guys are the bullet sponges. I'm sorry. Oh, dude. Yeah, and we demilled all of Ramadi. All that shit's gone. Like, if you served in Ramadi, well, obviously, because ISIS has it under control, but it's just crazy. It was like we got to see that on the way out as we were seeing and there are a lot of sandbags that I got to just cut open. Just watch all that sand spill out. Just stab it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then watch all that sand spill out. There's something savagely okay about that. You know what I mean? You take a box cutter and just slice them out.
Yeah, just a little bit.
We're doing this. We're slicing them. We're slicing those sandbags. Let's get rid of those. Yep. We're like, oh, this is Iraqi now? Let's tear down all the defenses. I mean, that's exactly what we did. Yep. And a lot of sandbags going out to the Army on PLSs. Still can't believe that shit. It's fucking stupid. Whoever you are that came up with that, you're a fucking idiot.
Right.
You were just dumb. Oh, it was the general. I don't give a fuck if it was God herself. See how I put that? That was fucking stupid. That was really dumb. Yeah, dude. It's just, oh man, there are just so many different sandbag scenarios that are just so fucking stupid. Yeah. Sandbags. They can save your life.
Yeah.
I
remember watching two guys get into a fist fight as we were on a working party filling sandbags. That was fucking great. That was in like SOI or some shit.
Oh yeah,
I just
tensions are
remember
running
that
high.
motherfucker started duking it out, bro. Like it was not because of the sandbags, but these motherfuckers
Right.
just started fighting, bro. It was awesome. And then I remember one of the best fights I ever saw. I don't know how we're going from because it was sandbags, but I
Right.
remember during a field day, during watching, like during field day Thursday,
Right.
they were fighting over who's cleaning what or some shit. Motherfuckers start duking it out. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, it was awesome.
Hell yes.
And they were best friends. So there you go. Shit was fucking funny.
Well, getting punched in the face when you have sand covered all over you makes it hurt a little bit more.
It hurts a lot, right?
It's
Shit.
kind of getting punched
Fuck.
in the face with sandpaper.
Mm-hmm.
That's mm-hmm. Yep.
A sandy fist.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Pow. Catching it just under the eye when it just scrapes across there.
It's gonna leave a fucking mark.
Oh yeah. If you can, you tuck that chin, throw your forehead into it. I know it's counterintuitive, but trust me, people, you will break that fucking fist. Anyway. Yeah, we had sandbags that went all the way around the edge of our perimeter and Hurricane Point, and if one of those sandbags fell in the middle of the night, it would set up. It needed to be strategic, don't get me wrong, but we had enough trip flares out there to where you could shift a sandbag and it would, yank the line of a trip flare or do something like that because it would pull the razor wire, right? So it would pull it tight, something would go off. So we knew that. We knew that trip flares went off all the time. But fuck it. We decided to throw our own 550 cord gut line out there, right? The little thread that's in there. So we ran it all the way out to the wire. I think it was Fannin and I.
Ah, shit, that's funny.
Yeah. Just pull that trip flare.
I just saw his ass on Facebook last night ranting about something. It was pretty funny. Oh, shit. Fucking Fannin.
Yep, crazy Marines doing crazy shit, and we commend you for it. So, hey, boys and girls, we are coming up on the close of our show, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for being a part of the conversation. Follow us on social media at Cigars and Sea. That's at Cigars and Sea, all across social media. Primarily, we're doing a lot of pictures on Instagram, and then they go out into Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. But we, of course, have Facebook, which you're going to see the links, a lot of curated content, other folks who have been on the show, Cigars and Sea Stories listeners group, which is great to see everybody interacting in there. I mean, they're just cross-talking amongst one another and stuff and posting all sorts of different stuff. It's cool. So continue to do so. Be a part of the conversation. If you have crazy questions, if you have videos of your own antics or anything else like that, by all means. And if you're a 5-paragraph business plan, which can be found at 5paragraph.com, if you're a supporter of 5-paragraph business plan and you would like to join us in supporting with your own photograph peeking over the edge of the 5-paragraph business plan, just like Kilroy did. If you don't know what Kilroy is, you should probably Google that shit time now. I mean, I'm just saying. You know who Kilroy is, don't you? You know what I'm talking about? Kilroy was here.
I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we had Kilroy was here all over Ramadi. But that's what we're going for, people. If you want to do the Kilroy, and we might even do a photo contest. Who knows? Whatever. But maybe we could call it the Kilroy photo contest. But Kilroy was here style peeking up over top of the 5-paragraph business plan, and we will be sure to post that on Instagram. When you go to our Instagram account, you'll see a whole bunch of them. So,
did you ever see the Kilroy at the World War II Memorial in D.C.?
No.
Yeah, there's Kilroy there.
Is he?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
God, that's awesome.
I'm not going to tell you where. You have to go find it.
Right? We used to put Kilroy all over the place.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, man.
They actually made it part of the monument. It's like chiseled into one of the pieces of stone, just so you know.
Really?
It's fucking hysterical.
Oh my God. Now I have to go.
Yeah.
Smo. Sad men of Europe. Anyway. Yep. Check out Kilroy. You'll dig it. You guys got to know who Kilroy is.
If you don't, you really need to fucking look.
Yeah, just go check it out, man. You know, we're not claiming guilt over here or anything like that. Just go check out Kilroy. It was something that's near and dear because my section leader, I didn't know what Kilroy was until we were in Ramadi filling fucking sandbags. And our section leader was writing Kilroy on one of the walls. He was drawing them out. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, Kilroy, duh. Oh, okay. What? Oh, yeah. So he gave me a little spiel on it and the whole nine. I still think it looks like a glory hole. But, I mean, that's just me. So if that's not incentive to check out Kilroy, you know what? Is that the factoid? Can we call that the factoid? Are you cool with that?
Sure.
Or do you have a factoid?
No. Well, I mean, basically, if we're going with the thing, Kilroy peeking over the wall is known almost everywhere among U.S. residents who lived during World War II or the Korean War. He is difficult to find at the World War II memorial, but well worth the effort. It's a cultural thing that happened, you know, back for our grandparents, basically. I say we just keep it going.
Yeah. Well, it's a doodle.
And there are things. It's a, you know, it was kind of set up. It's like modern day, or like, it's like geocaching kind of back in the day. Like, you know, people would mark shit where they were, you know, Kilroy was here. And there was literally like servicemen. I remember hearing stories that they would like look for that shit. It was like a scavenger hunt, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
But anyway. So.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you that, yes. We started doing it in Ramadi. We just started putting that shit in people's houses. Not giving a fuck. I swear to God, dude, one time I was going down in between a wall. It was like the wall of the house and the wall of the compound. And I'm sliding down the wall, and there is a Kilroy. I've got like my M4 in one hand and my knife in another hand, and I'm like, hey, Kilroy was here.
It's that kind of shit that you do. I mean, it's literally all over the world.
Yeah.
But it's literally like shit that would make you laugh, you know?
Right. So there you go.
And it's something that went viral long before social media or the internet were even around. So.
Right, like 70 years before.
But it was basically, you know, spread around by American soldiers during World War II mainly, you know, and then during Korea as well. Same kind of concept. So, yeah, man, look that shit up. It's cool.
There you go.
And then you'll understand.
And then you can be one of our faithful supporters of the 5-paragraph business plan. Shoot your own Kilroy was here over top of the 5-paragraph business plan. And we do appreciate that support. A lot of you out there are seeing the value. You've been to 5paragraph.com. You've given us those 5-star reviews. And for that, we are deeply grateful. So thank you. It is a team effort. It's something that we do together. We collaborate with fellow veterans. One of those companies is McPherson Marketing Group, which if you are familiar with 5-paragraph business plan, he was the one who did the cover and has done numerous other things with us for us, currently active in supporting our efforts. So check out McPherson Marketing Group. We're also huge fans of Heroes Media Group with Adam Bird, and they're just blowing it up. They're doing all sorts of stuff. He is an awesome, highly motivated individual, and if you haven't checked out Heroes Media Group, the network of which we are a part, please do so. It is a fantastic collection of podcasts that you can really sink your teeth into, and they're constantly evolving and changing and improving the experience. So if you have thoughts, notes, suggestions, comments, concerns, by all means, let us hear it. Thank you to veteranslist.us. If you want to get a featured membership on veteranslist.us, you can do so half off by entering discount code Cigars and Sea. Will Amos, Rick Yost, they've both been on the show. Check out their episodes, listen in, and yeah, see if you enjoy it. Spartan Media helped build the website. Well, they did build the website, and I was the one who fucked it all up. So thanks so much to Spartan Media. And if you don't like the website, it's because Mike does shit on there, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But they help.
Doesn't Jeremy live in Florida?
He does, and I wanted to make mention of that in closing. The Knopf family, thoughts, prayers with you. There are so many other, Brian, Kramer and his family, and a lot of other folks who are down there. We have cousins and relatives, and Sarah and Jesse are down there. My Aunt Jamie's down there. All sorts of different folks who are not listening to the show. Well, maybe some of them are.
Probably not right now.
Some of my buddies are. I was going to say my cousins are not.
Right.
They work at I don't know, clothing stores and stuff. They care about that, Anyway, so yeah, shout out to the loved ones. Really hope you're doing okay. Bennett, you got anything for these fine people? You want to give them a war cry?
I don't.
Just give them a
little.
Just be like,
nothing.
Hey, just.
I don't have a war cry anymore. It doesn't exist.
And on that note, we cue the music.